Hundreds of fishermen are adding their voices to the growing dissent with the FFAW. In back-to-back consecutive meetings over the last couple of days, fish harvesters packed into rooms to hear from Ryan Cleary, who is one of the men leading the charge to start a fisheries union. NTV's Danielle Barron is in Clarenville and joins us live with more.
Well, Heather, these meetings were an opportunity for Ryan Cleary to get an idea and gauge the level of interest about if people were interested, in fact, in starting a new fisheries union. Well, Ryan Cleary says with confidence today there is interest there, and now it's about making the Federation of Independent Seafood Harvesters a reality. There were some familiar faces in the room today, former Liberal MHAs John Efford and Sam Slade, and safety advocates Merv Wiseman and Joanna Ryan Guy. One by one, fishers had a chance to share their stories and air their grievances about the FFAW, pointing to what they see as a conflict in a union that represents both harvesters and plant workers. They spoke passionately about how fishing wasn't really a job, but rather a way of life. They're frustrated, and now they want to do something about it.
They're raping us. They're stealing our livelihood. You look at the other provinces, Nova Scotia, PEI, Quebec. They're doing wonderful. The young people are back into the fishery is unreal. And here Newfoundland is pretty well everybody's ready to retire. No, why would a young person come back into this? And £1,100 of halibut, £1,500 of cod. It's unreal when the resources are there to catch.
Now, there was a lot of young people in the room today. One of those was Tammy Elliott, who is new to the fishing industry, having left an office for the open waters. But she says it wasn't easy because there was no help from the FFAW, either in the way of incentives or advice to get young people involved.
If you're not happy with what's going on in the fishery, you have to speak up. You have to get it out, because it's the squeaky wheel that gets the grease. And if you sit back and whatever happens, it's our own fault if we don't learn to stand up. We're only young. Myself and my husband, we're only young, and we don't receive a lot of encouragement. I'm sure there's a good many other young fisherwomen here that are young and into the fishery. And have you received any encouragement from the FFAW? Not one darn thing. There's nothing. There's no incentive. It makes you wonder sometimes why you stay. But you know why you stay? As Joanna said, it's in your blood. You were born with it, you were raised with it, and you grew up fishing.
Now, to legitimize this new fisheries union, an executive will have to meet and be voted on eventually. We'll talk to Ryan Cleary a little later in the show about just how that will happen. Heather?
Thank you, Danielle. Danielle Barron reporting live from Clarenville.